What Graham is the difference between you not being able to beat Southampton and Norwich at home and being able to beat Manchester United so comprehensively? Is it you or the opponents?
Both, I would say. It's always a bit of both. Like I said, performance-wise, we've been really strong here. Like those two games, maybe not so much Southampton, but certainly Norwich, Leeds, the game we mentioned, Arsenal here, Crystal Palace here. There were draws, but performance-wise, really strong. If we'd have had a couple more wins, it's not quite the same narrative. But at the same time, we're Brighton and Hove Albion. We're not Man City or Liverpool. So, and we're playing in the Premier League where all the teams are competitive and have the potential to beat us. That's for sure. So we have to be at our absolute maximum, and then we have to have a little bit of luck. And if we have that, then we've got a chance to win.
Brian, Paul was asking you a moment ago about the booing against Leeds. We've got Leeds next, funnily enough. I mean, what is the difference between then and now? Exactly. I suppose you see it.
Well, like I said, it's not. I don't see it necessarily as a negative. It was more the reaction. It's just a reaction to a draw where it was a 0-0 and we probably missed a few chances, and everyone's a little bit frustrated that we don't take the 3 points. And like I said, if we're going to compete in the Premier League, or if we're going to carry on, going forward in the Premier League, we have to understand that there's going to be moments where we're going to suffer, because that's where we are as a club. We're not. I don't think it's realistic for me to sit here and think we're going to take 2 points a game for the next 38 matches. We're going to have to go through moments where it's not going to go our way, and we're going to have to suffer together. But I think if we do that, we've got a chance to compete, and that's what I was trying to sort of say. But of course, if you score and you play well, and everything becomes a little bit less pressure, and you can enjoy your football, and everyone gets involved in the game. And we were clinical today, and even though we still could have added to the scoreline, maybe it's just a process you go through, and you have to go through all these moments of suffering to enjoy today.
I'm not sure how much you're going to say about it. You might have noticed there's been quite a lot of noise around Tottenham. Apparently, you're the favourite should Antonio Conte go to summer. How do you actually feel about stuff like that? In fact, it's only going to after a 4-0 win against Man United.
Well, it's just, this type of speculation. Newspapers, you guys sometimes put stuff in the newspapers that's not exactly true. Sometimes, occasionally not. And what can I say? It's got to the point now where there's not even a vacancy, and you get linked to it. It's just I don't know what to say.
Days like these won't make you want to stay at Brighton longer.
Of course, yeah. I've never said I want to leave at all. It wasn't so long back that I was probably getting criticism, and if you'd have probably gone on some local, fan sites, I bet I wasn't the flavour of the month a few weeks ago. So things changed pretty quickly. Let's not forget that. But I've always had the support of Tony and the board and people around, and they've given me a chance to work. So I'm happy about that, and I'm grateful for that, and I enjoy it here.
The Ralf Rangnick singled out your wingbacks today as being particularly dangerous. Was that an area that you picked out to really expose United and their weaknesses? Do you agree with his assessment of the wingbacks in particular? Were they killer?
Well, yeah, I think they both did well. I mean, it's a bit of a chicken and the eggs situation, because both of them are really offensive players. So there's a downside that you could get caught defensively, but they defended really well, defended high, back to what we were talking about before. And then obviously they give you width and they give you quality. They're players that can take the ball, they can go into the centre of the pitch as well as going outside. So I think they both did really, really well. But Danny Welbeck helped us as well, stretching the back line. So it was a good performance. I can't really pinpoint any particular area. Rob Sanchez in goal, fantastic. When we had to defend the box, we defended the box and the goal really well. I mean, you win 4-0 and there's not too much to complain about, really.
When the team's playing so well, do you think that there's a ceiling to what you can achieve at Brighton, maybe next season Europe?
Well, as I said before, the reality of it is the leagues are determined by resources and finance. So then you've got to think about how you can beat that, and how you beat that is having an idea, aligning the idea to the resources that you have. sticking together, working, trying to create something that is unique, that people can buy into and enjoy.
First question is, how much does that excitement challenge of finding a way to overcome these enormous financial odds?
Yeah, that's what we achieved in Sweden, for example. I mean, to get us the Suns to last 32 of the Europa League is it's I would say miracles downplaying that a little bit, you know. And that was, again, similar things, aligning the resources we had, believing in the idea, and then you can achieve things. But it has to be, you know, it's not just down to one person. It's down to the whole club. It's down to everyone working together and staying true to the idea and supporting each other when it's not so good. And we've had those moments this year, you know. We've had 2 periods where record time without a win, you know, 6 straight defeats. The press conferences was delightful, you know, reminding me of how bad it is, you know. But still, despite that, we've managed to finish at the moment with 47 points and still got 2 games to go to try and increase that tally.
Which is the highest total, isn't it, in Brighton's time in the Premier League yet?
Yep.
I understand, gracefully enough, going into today, mathematically, you weren't safe from relegation either.
No.
I mean, it's crazy.
You journalists, that flipping it.
I mean, a few weeks ago, as you were saying earlier, that fans were on your back.
Well, I don't know, but I can imagine there were, yeah, a few, because we haven't won, and that's the world we're in. If you don't win, if you go 6 games without the win, you expect criticism. I'd like to. Most of the supporters I meet, in fact, all of the supporters I meet, are so supportive and so behind what we're doing, so appreciative, and that they're enjoying the football and they're enjoying what we're trying to do here. So you can't please everyone. That's life.
You mentioned about finances and resources. If you lose a couple of your good players in the summer, hypothetically, do you think it's going to be difficult for Brighton to hit the same standards there, or are you just going to go how you've done this season, get more players, young players, and go on?
Well, we've sold £65 million worth of players in the last 2 windows, and we've managed to improve. So it can be done. It's not easy to do it, but it can be done. And again, it's about aligning everything. It's about coordinating recruitment. It's about creating a good environment. It's about understanding that signing players is easy, relatively. Anybody can sign players. Selling players is difficult, especially for the right price and the right time. But as a club, I can't sit here and say we're going to keep all our players for the next 3 years, because it's impossible. We're not going to improve like that. We have to be brave in that. But again, we're not desperate to do anything. But if people want to come and pay over the odds or big prices for our players, then that's life. We understand where we are.
You mentioned that Danny Welbeck a few minutes ago. I thought he had a really good match. The only thing missing is a goal, wasn't it, for him?
Yeah, but he's against Wolves. I don't think he scored against Wolves, but he was fantastic. So, you know, if we win 3-0 and 4-0, I'm not so bothered if Danny doesn't score, to be honest. All done. Thank you.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys.